Hey everyone, welcome to MaysLugLife. I'm May, and this ended up being sort of a double whammy video. So I was trying to actually record just the unboxing, and then after I recorded it, I realized that my battery had died and it actually stopped recording, and I wasn't watching. So anyways, technically this has already been unboxed, but I am going to show you what's in here anyways. But as I was looking and charging my phone, I noticed that a notification from my building told me that another parcel came in. So now it's an unboxing and an unbagging. Oops. So it's double whammy because my battery died. So anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I got in the box. And like I said, I've already sort of done it, so everything's kind of out of its packaging. And then we're going to look at what's in the parcel. I think I know what it is, but I'm a little bit sad because I think I'm missing some things. So anyway, so let's look at this. So first of all, let's just talk about the beautiful box. I think there must have been, when they were moving warehouses, they must have discovered like a whack of boxes somewhere that never end up getting used. So I was lucky enough to receive one of their older, beautiful, colorful, sort of plastic-coated boxes. So I was really happy to see this come in. And this was a MaysLugLife order. Usually these are the ones that come in the that come with, rather, the regular LugLife.com orders. So the fact that this was a MaysLugLife order and it came in, and knowing that I know that a lot of people have been getting weird boxes and like boxes that are far too large for the actual order, I have a feeling that they're just desperate for boxes. So I think they're just using literally whatever they can for any order, first come, first serve kind of thing. So I was lucky enough to get this, and I'm really happy because I can always use these. I actually reuse them and repurpose them all the time. So these don't go to waste. These don't just become like fodder for the recycling bin. These are, I tend to cut these up and use the prints for all sorts of stuff. So anyway, so let's, first of all, the other thing I want to say also as well, this was covered in labels. It had labels like here and here. And then there's labels on like the side as well, or whatever, the front you want to call it, like on there, but on the other side. So that I've got like packing slip label as well, so it actually has the contents of what's inside my box on the label, which I'm a little upset about. The only good thing is, I think, like, what does it say? It says like one, bobsled, whatever. It lists all the different things. So the average human hopefully doesn't know what a bobsled is. They got to assume it's not an actual bobsled in here. So, anyways, it is kind of weird that they actually decided to put the shipping slip, like the packing slip, stick it on the outside so that everyone knows what it is. So, anyways, not cool. But I don't know if they're just sort of feeling things out, trying to test new ways of shipping these things. But anyway, so let's go inside real quick. Also, the other thing to note too, this actually used to be packaged the other way. So back in the day, this was the outside of the box and this was the inside flap. So the guys at the new warehouse obviously don't know this, and they packaged this flap on the outside because the rest of it is supposed to be that. So if you actually looked at the rest of the box, the rest of it is completely yellow on all sides. So there's supposed to be continuity, and this is supposed to be what you see on the inside. So anyway, clearly a bunch of new people who have never worked with lug before. So that's what that indicates to me. All right, so now let's look what I got. So this I ordered, oh my gosh, I think 3.5 weeks ago, I believe, so almost a month ago. And it finally arrived actually a week ago. I just haven't had a chance to record this because I have had a bad thumb. As you can see, it's not fully stretched. It's still really sore. It still doesn't really move very well. And it's kept me from typing. So if you've actually been leaving comments on my videos, I apologize for not getting back to you sooner. I haven't really been able to do much with my thumb. So I've been told to sort of lay off of it and not use it. So it's been a challenge to do stuff, and like this is the most I've been able to move it, and it's not in like tons and tons of pain. It's still really stiff and sore, but it's nowhere near as bad as it used to be. So I'm slowly trying to catch up with all the other things that I have sort of unfortunately put aside to try to allow my thumb to heal and to actually, sort of just function, because for the longest time it wasn't even functional. Okay, so let's look at what I got here. So there are 2 packs of cargo packing cubes. This one is in the wine red, and this one is in the blush. Now, I actually do own both of these already. But there was a pretty decent price on these. I forget how much they were. I think maybe $27 US. So I thought I'd get some more. I actually was even going to get more, but I decided I wanted to wait to see if they were coming out with colors, like new colors, like maybe some of the summer colors, and maybe some prints, because I really like these. These really help me organize my closet. I've been using them to store all sorts of things. So, and they were still not super cheap, but I wanted to get them because I was kind of in the process of cleaning out a few things in my cupboard. So I got a couple of colors. They had sold out of the colors I really wanted already, but that's okay. So I got 2 of those. And then I got my first Dolly. I always get Dolly and Dory mixed up. So this is my first Dolly Tall. This is in the Crimson Large Dot. And I think, I wasn't expecting it to be this big, by the way. I knew it was going to be tall, but somehow I didn't think it was going to be this wide. But I think I have some purposes that I didn't think I was going to use it for already in my head. So I'm going to try out the couple of things that I'm thinking of already and see if it works. If it does, I'll be really happy because I've had these things that have been sitting in places I don't like for a long time. So I'll be really happy that I will maybe find a solution, a storage solution for them. So there we go. I do really like it. It feels like it's really, really good. It was also on sale. I think it was a host pick that week, whatever week that was now. So yeah, so I'm really, really happy I got it. I'm actually maybe thinking I might get more. Again, if it works out for what I'm hoping it'll work for, I'll be buying more of these. So I do have a couple of regular Dorys already. Dolly. And now I have the tall one. Okay, so these ones are the bobsleds, as I mentioned earlier, but they're in the vegan leather. So this is the classic vegan leather. So this is the sand. And I actually really like them. I think these were also a host pick, so they end up being a little bit cheaper than the regular fabrication ones, so that's why I got them. And I also got these because I have swings that match these colors, and because the swing is so small, I thought, you know what, if I'm wearing these around, like if I'm wearing the swing around in the summer or something like that, because I want a really small light purse to carry around, then I would be able to have like an eyeglass holder, like a sunglasses holder that hangs on the outside that matches it, so it doesn't have to take up space on the inside of it, or carry whatever it is that I want. So this is kind of one of these things where I thought, if I have a swing, I'll carry this on the outside of the swing, and it'll act as extra storage for other things that don't fit in the swing, because the swing's really, really small. So it gives me the option of either adding more storage space or just using the small little bag. So, but I also have something else in the wine. So I have a couple of things in the wine red as well. Yeah, so I'm kind of liking it. I really, really like this. I think this is what came inside that now that I realize it. So yeah, so I actually don't really often use these for sunglasses or glasses because I wear glasses all the time on my face. Yeah, no, I find that they really hold a lot of other cool things that I want to keep protected because they just have enough structure without being too hard, so that if I wanted to squish it inside a smaller bag, there's a little bit of forgiveness. But if I want something sort of to be kept really safe and not be completely squished, it seems to do a pretty decent job of that as well. And the last one here I got is in the navy, and I love this one. I love the color. I love navy. I love blues. So I'm really happy that I got this one. I don't have a ton, weirdly, in the navy blue, at least not yet. But I'm hoping to get more maybe in the future, but we'll see. Anyway, so those are my bobsleds. So I got 3 of those. Like I said, I think they were on sale for $17 US, I think. And so like it wasn't like a great deal, but I wanted to get them because I kind of like that the vegan leather is wipeable, like really, really easily wipeable. And that's always a plus when you're carrying something on the outside. So I just thought, you know what, they actually had the colors I wanted, the blue, the sand, and the wine are colors I really like. I may as well get them while they still have them in stock. So that was that one. Now we get to take a look. Okay, and see, so I just hurt my thumb. And that's the, by the way, this is the packaging that came in that box. Really upset that they sent me 2 of everything. So yeah, so again, 1 was enough, guys. I don't know why you thought I needed 2. I know that there were multiple items in there, but it wasn't like I had to mail this card in. It wasn't like I had to have one card for every item because I had to mail it in. So this is silly. Okay, so let's look at the bag. Is there a perforation on this one? There is. Sweet. Oh, also, I wanted to show you, I just crossed everything out, the address, the return address from whence this bag came. It's in Bolton, Ontario. So I wasn't 100% sure where this bag, this new company was located. So the original one before they moved in the summer of 2022 was in Markham, Ontario, which is pretty close to Toronto. It's about an hour north of Toronto, maybe a little bit less. And then they moved to Mississauga, Ontario, which is like west of Toronto, about an hour, well, not an hour, maybe like a half hour, 45-minute drive west of Toronto. It's kind of where our airport is. And then now they've moved to Bolton. So at least I know that everything is like in Ontario. I wasn't sure if they had moved the warehouse to the States or some other weird place. So anyways, at least it's still in Southern Ontario. So at least it helps me sort of figure out how long it's going to take for me to get stuff. And also, perhaps, maybe, in the future, should they ever have a warehouse sale, there's a decent chance I might be able to get there. Because if they move to Timbuktu, I'd be in big trouble. Okay, let me just see what is, I just want to make sure that I don't have like a packing slip in here that's going to come flying out. Because it's not on the outside this time. All right, okay, so the labels that were on the other one were on the inside of this one. Okay, so cards, and again, 2, come on, that's silly. And then I have, oh, for crying out loud, I have 4. I have 4 of the exact same thing. 1 would have been plenty. So this is it. Okay, so let's look. Let's just look at this. This is my pet peeve. So the original one that says thank you, this is an older one. So there's the lug story in the back. Okay, so it's a bigger card than the newer one. So at least, okay, so they eliminated that, so that's good. But it says thank you, and then the story. Which, the story, by the way, is stupid. It's not even a really good story. It's a bad story. It barely tells me anything. So, that could have been put on the front. The whole, you know, live life in color, family-run company, run by so-and-so, could have been put right here, underneath the thank you. And then that could have had this on the back, just like they did with this. So, I'm really glad that they made this smaller. I'm glad that they were able to pack a lot more information on the one card and put the warranty in the back as well. This is exactly what we want to see. So let's get rid of this system and add this. That's fine. But why the heck did I get 4 of them in a tiny little bag of a bunch of little accessories? Silly. Waste of money for lug, waste of paper for everybody else, and a giant pain in the butt for when I get them. Okay, so that's my pet peeve. All right, I'm going to get this one out of the way because this is not technically mine. This is the mini Choo in Azalea Pink. It's hard to see. I'm not going to open it because this one I actually ordered for a friend, so she wanted to tag along on my order. So every once in a while, some of my lug nut friends, they want to place an order, but they don't want to pay for the shipping. So if they see something that's on sale, they want something, but it's not worth getting the shipping, they'll ask me and say, hey, you placing an order? Sadly, often I am. And so they'll just say, hey, can you order me one of these? And I'll pick it up whenever it comes in. So this is actually for a friend of mine. And this actually, I'm just looking at the pattern placement. This is really, really great. There's that little flower right in the middle. I don't know what this one's like, but that looks pretty cool. Okay, let's look at the other ones. So, I'm hoping, okay, so this one is the box top, and I have been wanting these for so long. When they first released them on LugLife, I don't even know when it was, maybe a year ago, they released them and there was frenzy buying on them, and I never ever got a chance to, because this is, by this point I was already really not watching LugLife shows like religiously, and if I was watching, I was maybe watching it at the end of the day. I'd go back and I'd watch all of them at the end of the day, and of course, because they debuted this and people were frenzy buying, by the time I got there, all the colors that I wanted had disappeared. So I've been waiting to get one of these for a while, and yeah, okay, so this is in the Buffalo Check Red Small, which I really, really like, and I have a bunch of things in it, well, not a bunch, I have a couple of things in this one, but I have the regular Buffalo Check Red, a ton of stuff on that one. So, not as structured as I thought this would be. I would have loved it if this was padded, I think, and maybe, like, the way most of them are padded. This is just a single, maybe a double layer of the fabric. It's single? No, it's a single layer. And the top, the actual box top, is structured. So that's kind of cool with a little clear view pocket. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this, but I really wanted to see them. And I had a couple of ideas of what I wanted to use them for, so I think I still will use them. I think it'll still work. It's just not as structured as I hoped it was going to be, but that's okay. Okay, so I got that. I also got one in Crimson Large Dot. So I have a lot of stuff in this print as well. And I plan on, I think I have a couple of things I want to use it for. So I don't know if it'll work as well or not, but anyways, they're pretty cute. Just to show you size-wise how big the box top is. It's not huge, but it'll hold some stuff. I'm just not quite sure just what yet. Okay, like I said, I probably would have preferred that actually was a little bit more padded or plastic lined. And I also got one in the black large dot. So, okay, so those are those. Oh, for heaven's sake, did I just find 2 more? Holy crap, I just found 2 more of these. So I got 6 of these? Okay, that's silly. I'm wondering if I got one for every item that I ordered. I think I did. Okay, the last thing that I ordered, and I wasn't sure if these were going to come in. So when I got them, when I was buying them, I was looking on. So when I go on LugLife, when I buy for LugLife rather, I don't buy on the app. I don't. So I kind of. I think it's like technically going through Facebook, but it's not, because now I just have a bookmark that I have on my browser. But I think it was originally done through Facebook, which now basically is, I think, directly off of Comments Sold. So it's kind of like a website that I use, and I just kind of go directly there, and it takes me to my account, and then you can actually see a listing of all the things that are currently for sale and all the things that are sort of on sale and then currently for sale as well. So whether they're on sale or not, it's things I can still purchase through LugLife. And then when you click on it, you can actually see like all the colors that are available. When I looked at this, and this is when, I think this was the Galentine's Day. I think this was all the Galentine's Day week. Yes, it was for sure. No, it was. The heart pouches were available for $5, which was a really, really good price. However, all of the ones that they had were either ones I had already or ones I didn't want. But weirdly, when I was looking on the app, it doesn't mention this color. But when I went onto the Comments Sold website, this color was available. And I was like, well, yeah, I'm just going to get these because they're $5. I don't have this color yet. And no one's talked about it. So I thought I'd show you right now which one it is. And I really wasn't sure whether I was going to get it or not, because technically it's not available. But here it is. It's the Peony Blue, I think it's called. And this is an old print. This was out, oh my gosh, I don't even know how long it was. But I got 2 of them because I was like, well, they're $5. I like the colors. Like, I love blue. I do have things that are blue. Not the biggest fan of the grays and yellows per se, but I do like the pops of blue. And again, I like to use this, I like to give these as gifts. So I thought, okay, I'll keep one for myself and I'll get another as a gift. Oh. Okay, that was a surprising interior. Okay, so anyway, that's the black Love Stripe Black. So here's the weird thing. This is, like I said, an older print. This hasn't been out in, oh my gosh, 3 years at least. I think the last thing they put out was like maybe a Splits wallet or something like that. There were very, very few things that were released in this print. And this is actually pretty good pattern placement. Look at that really big blue, I think it's a peony. It's a poppy. I think it's a poppy, but I think it says peony here. But anyway, so it's a peony blue. I don't know. Peonies are, I think bigger, but anyway. So, okay, so I got 2 of them. So here's one. Here's the other one in the package. And there's that one there. So I think I'm going to keep this one because I kind of like that big blue guy on the back there. But yeah, so one's going to be a gift and one's going to be for me. But I think what Lug was doing for a little while when the war between Ukraine and Russia sort of first started, and everyone was really trying to support the Ukraine. I know that Lug put out a little post on Facebook asking if people would be interested in seeing this color come back. And if you look carefully, it's got the blue and the yellow of the colors of the Ukraine flag. And I'm wondering if Lug was thinking if they release this color, people would start buying it more as a sign of support for Ukraine. So anyways, they didn't actually mention it. They didn't actually mention that connection, but they did mention that they were considering bringing this back if people wanted to. And I think that was like their sort of way of sort of subtly saying, if you want to have these colors in your collection, we might bring it back. And we know that we saw this in, I think, at least one piece of clothing, one piece of apparel that they introduced. And I don't know if anything else has been released since, but I think there might be a couple more kind of coming down the line soon. But anyway, so there we go. I really wasn't sure this would come because technically, like, it's not really available except for on that website. So there we go. So yeah, so there we go. $5 for those. Is there anything else? More cards? No. So that was my order. So I got 2 of these Peony Blues in the heart pouch. I got the box top in the crimson large dot. Whoops. Black. What is that called? Help. I usually know what it is. Buffalo check red, small, in the black large dot, black large dot, and for my friend, her azalea pink mini Choo Choo. So that's what I got today. So there we go. So that's the order. Yeah, so I think I'm missing something from this order, but I can't remember what. I gotta go back and double check. So anyways, that's it. Hope that you're getting your orders okay. Hope that they're arriving well and that you're not having problems, although I have a feeling everyone is, so I'm sorry. But if you are, please make sure you contact Lug because I know that there's problems all over the place, and I think they're trying to get back to people as soon as they can. So I will update you as soon as I know anything on that. But for now, if you are having problems, make sure that you let them know right away. And if you're not hearing back, keep following up because that is definitely something that they are, I think, sort of letting drop, unfortunately. Anyways, I hope you could have seen all those products well. The sun sort of came out for a little bit and dropped down really fast. So I hope you could see those products and those colors. And it looks like my battery is still going. So hope this whole video actually went through this time. All right, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.